honored eulogy of President Donald J. Trump, a prophetic list of triumphant accomplishments, history in advance. Number 45, President Donald J. Trump, the most ecologically successful president in the history of the United States, successfully doing what most said could not be done. President 45 boldly renegotiated the inadequate, out-of-date NAFTA trade agreement deal. The signing of his education policy bill and joint venture trade deals with Mexico and other Latin American countries have proven to be greatly profitable, yes, prolific in nature. This art of the deal maker made victorious joint ventures which helped educate, employ millions, and inspire thousands of entrepreneurs across the country and thousands more throughout the international community. The new US MCA, US-Mexico-Canada agreement not only blessed living wage jobs for citizens and migrants on all sides of the border, building cars, but also new homes, schools, offices, emergency medical units, and portable farms. Under leadership of President 45, a new renewable energy facilities industry was born. Smart and delicious, meaning syrupcenter.com. Community facility centers were established for citizens and migrants on both sides of the border, successfully building the border wall in keeping with his campaign contract with the citizens within us, the United States, to help protect from outside enemies of the state. Number 45, a president now in office who had the audacity to keep his contract promises made as candidate, auditioning for the job, never holding a single political office, seemingly single-handedly helped exit stage right 16 prominent long-time career politicians, one by one, from the presidential campaign. Yet, with divine help, one by one, as the brutal campaign came to an end, and bruised eagles began to heal, one by one, almost all give him thanks and praise for successfully leading the nation back from the brink. Under President Donald Trump's prophetic economic leadership, our nation became the world's top energy exporter, not just oil, but renewable energy made in the USA, products and services. Prophetically pronouncing on the campaign trail his administration would win, winning he did with one domestic negotiation deal after the other, and one international trade deal after the other, winning the sincere respect of his critics and the admiring love of his supporters. The miraculous, blessed win from on high revealed a weaponized deep state, utilizing old Gestapo police state tactics, which spied on political opponents to demise and depose of them. With President Trump's directive, Homeland Security finds election fraud, stolen election deceptions by defective deep state officials, supplanting fake ballots, circumventing the will of the people, daring to drain the swamp. 45 defied the deep state by pulling the plug on their domestic and globalization agenda, uncovering the swampy, sinister secrets of the shadow government. Free speech with Judeo-Christian values, if spoken, was becoming costly. Lawsuits to bake or not to bake sprung up, and religious freedom defeats were baked in by politicians electing judges to legislate from the bench. Thankfully, some Christ-like religious freedoms were restored. Under the administration of 45, judges were elected, which judge by the law. Those who understand truth is better than emotion. Before 45, irrational, insane judgments were being held up as virtuous decisions. Now, since that unfaithful day President John F. Kennedy was killed, 11/22, 1963, yes, the author of this eulogy was born. Within my lifetime, there has not been a more successful president in my 55 years of life. Perhaps the profound remarks of Senator Orrin Hatch will ring true. We're going to keep fighting to make this the greatest presidency we've seen, not only in generations, but maybe ever. As candidate Trump glided down the escalator, announcing his presidential race, a great many outside of his party opposed him, and sadly too many from within. Still, he was successful and escalated up to the presidential office. Even in the midst of great opposition and political enemy warfare, still he was successful. Ringing true with his name, President Trump was very triumphant with the migrant crisis, triumphant with the Russian crisis, triumphant with the North Korean crisis, triumphant with the China trade war crisis, triumphant with the Iran crisis, along with a plethora of Middle East country crisis. Yes, even successfully triumphant with his faithful promise to make America great again.